Today I'm going to go over how to set up the custom buttons in a Hyundai. So that's going to be this star that you'll find somewhere beneath the screen. I am in a new Hyundai Ioniq 9 right now, but it's the same layout in most new Hyundai vehicles from about 2024. Another star button here, toggle switch, and then a mode button. So I'll go head over to the setup, which you can also find in the screen, of course. If I go back home, swipe across into setup, and then I'm going to go into buttons. From here we see the buttons mentioned, both the custom buttons, the mode button, the switch, and then we also have the volume and tune knobs. So starting off with the switch, this is the most basic one. You can adjust whether you're changing through favorite station channels or station frequencies when you're changing the switch. So when you're on the radio, if you listen to the radio while you're driving, you can either cycle through favorited, saved preset channels with this switch, or you can go through any station frequency that the vehicle finds. The volume and tune knobs, you can switch which knob is going to do which. So this by default will be the volume knob on the left and the tune knob on the right. If you want to, you can swap them and have your volume on this side and your tune knob on the left side. Now moving up to the mode button, it is for audio modes. So these are check boxes. You can check off whatever audio modes you listen to. Maybe it's Sirius XM, FM radio, maybe relax with some sounds of nature. And then we always got to have our Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on, which is going to be under phone projection. That's Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, phone projection. And it's different from Bluetooth audio, which I can also select, because on the home screen, Bluetooth audio will have you using Bluetooth audio and only have access to this screen here. If you want to have access to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well through your mode button, you're going to have to set it up so that when you're cycling through, you have phone projection selected for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So now it'll cycle through anything that's checked off, and we won't be able to get to AM radio with the mode button or USB music because it's not checked off. Up next, we have the custom buttons. You have the same lineup of options to choose from, which, as you can see, is a lot with either button, but you'll probably want to set them up to do different things. This is the big custom menu for all of the options you have here. It's going to be very specific to you and what you're normally reaching for, possibly on the screen or down low underneath the screen, that you don't want to have to. It's about having an easy access muscle memory option to get into a menu or access a feature which you can just access from your steering wheel or by reaching down below the screen, finding a button so you can still keep your eyes on the road. Lots of options. And as you can see, your media on and off. So this is great to be able to turn the media off from the steering wheel. Map, HD radio data, the EV menu because we're in an electric vehicle right now, quiet mode to disable audio in the rear seats, passenger talk as well, being in our 3-row SUV in the Ioniq 9. This will also be accessible on the Palisade, but not every vehicle. Passenger talk would be really great to have on the steering wheel if you're driving with kids in the back seat. Display on and off, a home button to get to the home menu. Change the hands-free calling device. This one's kind of interesting. So if you have two phones connected to the head unit by Bluetooth in the vehicle, maybe you're on a road trip, one person's playing music, but the other person has to take calls, you can switch the hands-free calling device using your star button here or the one down below. Again, we've got privacy mode, which is going to disable some of the functions in the screen so that they can't be accessed by someone who's maybe borrowing your vehicle. We have phone projection, again, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, reject/end call. So this is an interesting one. On the steering wheel, we have a call button, the phone button here. This will bring up the phone menu. It'll also, if you have a call coming in, you press this button to answer it. When you're on a call, this button will not hang up the phone. So you'll have to reach for the screen. There's no other way to do that. So if I'm on a call in my Hyundai vehicle, I'm going to set this button to be my end/reject call button so that I can end or reject a phone call coming in while I'm driving by just pressing the button on the steering wheel, not having to reach out for the screen over here. We also have the phone. That's going to be the phone menu. So that's going to bring up your phone menu to make a call, view your contacts, reroute when you're using the GPS as well. This car has GPS. Reroute might not be available in your vehicle if it doesn't have navigation equipped standard in the head unit. Utility mode, that's also an EV option. Voice memo, start and stop. So you can record a voice memo in most Hyundai vehicles, and you are able to start recording a voice memo if you want to do that by setting it to one of your star buttons, of course. Driver assistance settings if you want to change safety features. We also have Bluetooth audio, valet mode, radio, weather, cancel route. There's a lot of options to choose from, and so those are going to be all of your star buttons. And you have one for navigation, which is the unfilled in star, and one for the steering wheel, which is the filled in star. And that's how to set up your customizable buttons in a new Hyundai.